Cannon has a question, so it's time to get to
Yeah.
America's favorite game show. Cannon, what's your
Here,
question for D Hill?
fact to
Or
cap
Cap?
here. Zac Taylor deserves credit for the Bengals start. Some credit. Let me rephrase that
Oh,
for
I
the
like.
Bengals
Okay,
start.
go ahead and preface that. Yeah, that's smart.
I'm going to say Cap, bro, and I'm going to say Cap because I've seen this type of coach before. I've seen this coach that just you have the talent and you really can't get you. They're winning in spite of you, and that's how I'm gonna just leave it
Wow.
at that. So I'm gonna go with Cap.
Wow. I will add this though. I say fact because AJ wanted a lot of stuff done this offseason. He did not
Okay,
want
say that.
Penei Sewell. He wanted Jamar Chase. And I know
Wait, wait,
that
wait.
and I know that Duke is there. Duke is
Uh,
their acting guy, but he is
uh,
in
go to
concert.
the bench. Go to the bench, AJ. Go to the
Yeah,
bench,
you
AJ.
understand?
I got
Duke is
something to
in
say.
concert with Zac Taylor, bro. And so they attacked this draft together. They got rid of Bobby Hart together. They did a lot of stuff that AJ wanted done, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
coming to fruition now and turning into wins. So I say to say that Zac don't deserve some credit is completely capped, bro. But that's just
So,
me. All right,
And
so next question.
for that point right there, I agree. I agree with your statement. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that AJ did want is
Mm-hmm.
they are doing. And but
Mm-hmm.
for me, I answered the
And I
question.
respect your answer.
For, no. The reason why I just answered it football wise, and that's how
Mm-hmm.
I
yes.
answered it.
Yeah. No,
AJ,
and
the
it was
floor is yours.
legitimate.
And
Yeah.
so,
AJ, the floor
and
is yours.
so I want to address something. I didn't want Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. I have
Yes, you
always,
did.
no. Wait, no. I have always said that there's more rounds in the draft than the first round.
Yeah.
If we had to take Penei Sewell, I'm perfectly fine. The reason why I said that, I wanted Jamar Chase is because we gonna get it. Like, it's a deep tackle draft. It's a deep offensive lineman
And
draft.
they
And
and they
so,
played that.
so
They played
it's
that card,
exactly.
bro.
So once again, I'm not saying like, oh, if
So he
we
deserves
draft
some
Penei
credit
Sewell,
for
it's
that.
okay. But what I'm saying is, if we draft Penei Sewell, it's not the worst thing in the world. That's why I said Jamar Chase is
It's
going to
not.
open up our offense
It's
because it's
not.
replacing
It's
a
not. But
AJ
it would
Green
have
who
been
didn't
smarter
fit into this
in
offense.
the deep tackle draft
Okay,
to
so that's what I'm
go.
saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. That's all I'm
So
saying.
is it fact to cap some credit or no?
Like I said before, we are winning on the field in spite of Zac Taylor. The game plans that Zac Taylor is putting in place as the offensive coach are absolutely terrible. We're winning because we have a lot of offensive talent, and the moves that have been made have been, starting to gel and stuff like that. But Zac Taylor calls our plays. Zac Taylor is like, he's coming in with a terrible game plan. There's no reason that
Some of
that
these plays
Jaguar.
working, man.
What'd you say?
I, bro, I'm watching this game, bro, and a lot of these plays are working, bro. And it
A
ain't
lot.
just because talent on the field. I've seen him
Yes, it is.
scheme some stuff open, bro.
When?
He was scheming Ujim, I can't say his name. He was schemed open, bro. That was Zac
No, he
Taylor
wasn't.
calling those plays.
So there's
This man, when the last time this man cooked up in the league, Hill?
there's three. There are three. Hold on,
You
wait.
see what I'm saying? So is
Let
that
me talk
something
to
that
you.
he normally do, or you feel like he
Can
was schemed open, bro?
can I
I was
finish?
watching that game, bro.
Can I finish and tell you when I'm going to tell you those three big plays that CJ Uzama had. Can I talk to you about those real quick since he was schemed open?
Bro, you got it, bro.
Okay,
It's
so
cap.
are you
It's
gonna listen
cap.
to
We
me?
can go to the next one,
Are you gonna listen to me?
bro. You got it, bro. You
So
got it, bro.
the first touchdown that CJ Uzama had, guess what? It was an off the script play by Joe Burrow. Caught him, and guess what?
Which
CJ
they
Uzama made it.
legitimately said that they be practicing that, bro. And you
Oh,
think Joe Burrow
wait,
said
hold on,
let's practice this, bro.
wait.
That's the coach telling them that, bro.
When did Joe Burrow say he practiced that? You talking about? Because I can say,
Bro, during the
and
game, they legitimately said we went there and they practiced getting open when plays break down, bro.
Okay.
They practice that.
Okay.
That's
So
a stand.
okay. So
That's why I said you got it, bro. If you believe it, if you believe that he don't deserve credit, he don't deserve it.
the play in the
You ain't gotta sell me.
the play in the fourth quarter where Joe Burrow threw that jailbreak screen to CJ Uzama. Guess what happened? Joe Burrow said, "We have never checked into that jailbreak screen with CJ Uzama being the outside receiver. He's never caught that pass."
And who installed the jailbreak screen?
Joe Burrow. He checked into that.
Who installed it, bro? For him to be able to check to it.
No, Joe Burrow called that play
So Joe
on
Burrow
his
said
own.
He wrote it up and told these dudes that a play that they never practiced before or seen. Of course
they practiced that, but it's not what Zac Taylor has called. He didn't put that in.
They practiced that screenplay, bro. That's his offense.
Joe Burrow, being the cerebral quarterback that he was, called that play.
Who brought Joe Burrow in, bro?
In the very first play,
who brought Joe Burrow into the Bengals, bro?
Bro,
did Zach want him?
Yes. And then Sean McVay told him, if you take anybody besides Joe Burrow, I'm gonna come to Cincinnati and slap the shit out of you, bro. That's a no-brainer pick. You're taking Joe Burrow. Bro. Okay, well then let's move on. Because now
I've been said that, bro. I've been said that, bro. I've been said that. You still going?
You got one, AJ.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I've been said next question.
Move on.
I mean, the facts is the facts, bro.
All right, fact to cap. Dak Prescott should be in the MVP conversation.
Facts.
That's easy.
Yeah. That's not even that's all you got here, and you kind of looking like a homer with that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine off.
Okay. But that's how we know that. No. You gotta ask us something. Come on, you got something better than that.
No. The reason why I'm getting my homer off is nobody's going to give Dak Prescott the credit like he's supposed to. Nobody's going to treat. Nobody's going. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody else. We had somebody in the group come out of nowhere on a Wednesday night say,
"Nah, I seen that." Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Ain't
but that's to do with that nothing. Further lets you know that he's arrived, bro. What Cat Williams say, bro? If you got one hater, you need to be trying to figure out how to get two. If you got two, you need to be trying to figure out how to get four, bro. So the fact that if Dak was trash, you think people would? Do I randomly go in the group and talk about trash quarterbacks? No. I was saying I've been telling y'all Carr is trash for how long? Have I ever posted that? Because I don't have time to post about people who I think is trash. I could talk about that to my friends. You feel me? I want to talk about people that's elite when I go out there. So it's like I get it, but don't let the Dak haters fool you, bro. Dak is in the MVP conversation.
I didn't even get all worked up.
So let's go ahead.
I know who said
it. Let's say his name, Eric Riley.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dak Prescott MVP.
Because he was bored.
AJ,
he was bored. He was
AJ,
bored
go ahead and get yours.
All right.
And Bo was on his mind, wasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. You know, what's the remember the pic of Wolverine laying in bed looking at the picture? That's how he was looking at Dak. Like, I wish he was my quarterback.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is, bro.
All right. So, my factor cap is, regardless of the outcome, are the Rams still a top contender in the NFC?
I think so.
What outcome?
Getting their ass whooped by the Cardinals.
Yeah, the game. What you mean, bro? I think they're still the top.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought this up because I did want to talk about the Rams. That was in my notes. I actually put it to my notes so I won't forget. But I do feel like they're a top contender team. But I feel like they were a top contender team with Goff. You see what I'm saying? Which brings me back to my point about the Stafford trade. Like, everybody is just assuming that Stafford's going to get them over the hump, but we ain't never seen Stafford get nobody over the hump. And that's the thing. And I know we only seen him with Detroit, but that ain't my fault. You know what I mean? That's the actuality of this man's career. So you know, that's the actuality of this man's career. And I know that Kyler Murray looked like a contender. You feel me? And I just see that Matt Stafford looked like Matt Stafford to me. So it's like, you know, he he got a super powerful arm. He can make the plays, but he also can trick it, just as easy. So it's like, but more often than not, he does what he's supposed to do. But hey, that is gonna be a tough division out there. So do I think they're a contender? Yes, I do. But if they think that just bringing in Matt Stafford is going to do it for them, they are sadly mistaken. They better add some more wrinkles to their offense.
That was the part that got me because I'm like everybody. Oh, Golf couldn't do that, and Golf couldn't do that. I'm just letting them talk. I'm just letting them talk. Just letting them talk. I'm like, okay, Matt Stafford did look good. Him and Cooper Cup's connection was looking good. But I'm like, I've seen this before. Like I've seen this offense.
It was a touchdown. They act like Golf never threw touchdowns.
Yeah, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we've seen this offense put up numbers before. And then last week when they were struggling against the Cardinals, I'm like, this looks eerily familiar. Like this offense looks familiar. Everything about what they're doing looks familiar. I'm like, I thought he was supposed to bring so many changes to McVay. I thought he was supposed to open up the offense for McVay and everything. I'm like, all this looks the same. Now I'm not hating on him. I'm just like, y'all gotta relax. Like the expectation is Super Bowl.
Bro.
Golf got to the Super Bowl. You can say whatever you want to say about Golf. I see you, AJ. AJ, you had a lot to say about Golf. They made it to the Super Bowl with Golf. He was throwing the ball.
But my point remains is I still think Matt Stafford is at least a little bit better than Jared Goff.
And I agree.
So by saying that, by having someone just who's a little bit better, who's a little bit more confident in making certain throws and has a little bit, more talent, I think if you can get there with Jared Goff, that little bit more can help you get over the hump. So I do think it's a good move for him because I think you can get more with Matthew Stafford.
Let me tell you why a little bit more is not going to be enough. And this might be a historic moment because I'm about to quote Booger. So the reason that's not going to be enough, bro, is because one, I know Sean McVay's offense because he was our coordinator, our tight end coach for years. He implemented a lot of stuff that we were doing in the Shanahan era, even going into the Gruden era. He implemented so one thing that Sean McVay loves is that play action post to the opposite hash, bro. And it's the thing about Tennessee. So it's like Hill said, you bring in Matt Stafford, but it's like the offense looking the same. You doing the same things. And Cliff got his boys ready. They know the Tennessee. So it's like when it was 3rd down and 5, they go into their key play, bro. And they made key plays on that ball just based off Tennessee. So that's why I don't feel like a little bit better is going to be enough because this is an NFL, bro. You're going to need more than a little bit better if Golf got you to the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? You may not even get back with Stafford. So it's like,
especially with the compensation that you gave up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I got one more. Or did somebody else have one?
But I can't.
Nah, you go. Invest in new plays for Stafford.
You see the what?
I see the comments, and we got a few in the comments. I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't pull it up.
Okay, hold on. Factor cap Jimmy G won't see the field again this year. I'm gonna say cap. I'm gonna say cap.
Yeah, I'm gonna say cap too.
So
I'm gonna say fat because go. You go.
I'm gonna say cap. I don't know if it was because of just like he wasn't like you don't get those reps. But I felt that Trey Lance, they got him because they thought that it's possible that they can kind of ease him into it. And now it's almost like a trial by fire by just throwing him in. So I think if it's not serious with Jimmy G, and Jimmy G may miss a game, maybe 2, he'll see the field. But if it's a long-term injury where it's like 4 or 5 games, then I think it's going to be Trey Lance because I think he'll get acclimated. But I think right now, I don't know if they really want him to be the passer in the NFL yet because the windows are tighter and stuff. So I think they're trying to acclimate him to that and stuff. They see the talent, but they don't know if it's ready just to, be as polished as what they need and what the expectations that they have.
I just feel like he on a short leash. So when your leash is short, Trey. So it's like,
I think Jimmy G's leash is short, but I think
I mean, of course, but it's like they're going with Trey now. So it's like you haven't proved anything. So it's like you're the guy with the leash. So it's like, all right, as soon as it goes bad and it stays bad, I feel like we might see. And then
I don't think they do that with young quarterbacks,
then
though.
there's always the injury factor. So it is the NFL. All it takes is one play. So it's like there's a lot of backups that's going to see time this year. So to say that Jimmy G ain't going to see the field again this year, I think that's a stretch because there's plenty backups that's just going to see the field, even if it's just for a few plays. You feel me? But I think that Jimmy G will start another game this season.
I think it's a fact. I think they're trying to find excuse to get Jimmy about it anyway.
Yeah.
I do think they're trying to do that, but they ain't trying to tank to do it.
Yeah. I ain't say they was tanking. They weren't really clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
They wasn't clicking on all cylinders on offense. So it's crazy. It's like, you know, they had one good offensive showing when they went against Green Bay. I mean, went against Detroit first game, but it's like the offense ain't really. And I think every time they've been putting in Trey Lance in the game, it's like they find a little spark in that game. You know, I hate the 2-quarterback system, but it's like finding something. So it's like now they have a full week of preparation of getting him ready to play. They can finally devise a game plan that put him in position to, you know, to succeed. So I think that they're going to lean on this running game way more than what they was planning on doing. They're going to implement a whole bunch of more jet sweeps and reverses and all that. I think his offense is going to go to a whole new level, but I don't think Jimmy's coming back.
Give my cousin a rock, man.
Your cousin ass fumbled. And
he and the dog.
Let's not talk about your cousins neither here. Your cousins ain't all elite neither, man. And Lord, let's not get on Williams. You got more people in the league than anybody. And Williams they be tricking
it up.
Yeah. I do want to
go to the next one,
Yeah, this one right here. Factor cap short preseason cost some teams to have a slow start. That's easily capped to me.
I think.
I disagree. I disagree with that because I don't think it was a short. It wasn't a short preseason. They 3 games.
Because the people that was going to play in game 4 might not have made the team anyway.
Yeah, but the reason why I say is some quarterbacks. So it's like some teams didn't play their starting quarterback week 1, then they played it just a little bit week 2, and then week 3 the backups played. So it's like it was different. So if you're used to if you've been in the league 5 years, right, and you're used to having that same system of preparation and it now changes, I feel like that could cause you to have a slow start. Yes, you are a professional. You're supposed to make adjustments, but I feel like for us to say that that's cap is not being real, bro. This definitely was different for the players, especially the players who are not rookies.
But see, that's my thing where that's why I say it's cap, because it's some quarterbacks that's balling right now that either took very minimal snaps in preseason or didn't take snaps at all in preseason.
That happens even in with 4 games.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think it plays any.
We ain't talking about anomalies. We talking about the law of averages. So there are a lot of people that did start slow and needed those extra reps.
And it's a lot of quarterbacks that are starting fast that didn't get reps and still doing it. It's a lot of teams
and some of these quarterbacks did get reps. Some of them held reps on their own and did stuff on their own. And they balling and cooking too. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. But
it's just the NFL.
What I'm saying
just because you have expectations don't mean you always gonna come out.
But you cannot deny the fact that if we do something the same for 5 years and then we change it, that's not going to affect us, bro.
I mean, they didn't have preseason at all last year, and it was
that affected them too. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say that didn't affect them, huh?
It didn't affect it.
It did, bro.
Not everybody.
It didn't affect who?
I'm not saying it affected every. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying everybody for none of these things. I'm just saying, like, bro, there are some people that his question. Go back to the question. Short preseason caused some teams to have a slow start. Didn't say all of them. Yes, it did cause some teams to have a slow start because people this is their first time trying to manage that. Some teams mess it up. Washington in particular didn't know how to manage that. They messed it up. Fitz did not have a lot of reps, and you saw it happen.
First game different than Ryan Fitzpatrick has ever.
Yeah, but some teams was his question. Not all teams.
Okay, but you specifically brought up Fitz, and I'm asking you: has Fitzpatrick looked any different than he has looked in his entire career?
That's the first time Fitz ever got hurt that early. So yes.
I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about his performance.
He didn't.
Injuries
Bro,
happen.
he played 2 quarters and he didn't play a lot in the preseason. So I don't know. I didn't see
People
Fitz,
get hurt
bro.
on the very
That's
first
what I'm
game of
trying to
regular
tell
season.
you.
They could play the entire preseason.
But your question to me was, did Fitz look any different? And I'm telling you, yes, because I did not see Fitz, bro. He got hurt in the second quarter of the first game, bro.
Okay,
and
how did he look in the first quarter? How did he look in the first quarter?
Bro, we didn't have the ball much in the first quarter. So it's like he had 2 3-and-outs on runs. So it's like it's not on Fitz, bro. He got hurt. Probably because
2
he
3-and-outs
did not have enough reps, bro.
right?
What?
Going 2 straight 3
So
you're
saying that off a half a year, I'm supposed to be able to say he looked like Fitz or not look like Fitz. Like, bro, come on now. Like I'm just asking you to be real with me, AJ. That's all.
But you did say you wasn't impressed with Fitz because he wasn't scoring in preseason.
Part of the reason I wasn't impressed is because he did not have the opportunity to. So if you only had 3 drives, it's going to be hard for you to. So yes, I did say that, and I was not impressed. But he did not have a lot of opportunity, bro. And so,
but I'm just saying that was what you said.
Yeah, I know I did, and I did
for
say
your
that,
praise
but
for Heineke.
But also he didn't have a lot of prep neither. So it's like
Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow didn't have a preseason at all last year. They came in, looked pretty well. Joe Burrow played 3 snaps.
Bro, I didn't say nobody didn't look good, bro. Okay. I've said several times people look good. So you keep bringing up people who look good. I've agreed to that. But you're saying that it didn't cause nobody to have a slow start. I think that's
but how
BS,
can we,
bro.
How can we attribute that to having a slow start? Because there'd be teams that go 0-4 in the preseason and still win the Super Bowl. How can we quantify
whatever you want?
What's going to cause a slow start?
Whatever you want, bro.
Okay, that's cool. So let's move on.
Let's go. Because I've answered all of your questions, but every time I ask you one, you don't answer it, bro.
What didn't I answer?
I
asked you about Fitz. Like, out of that small window, am I supposed to be able to tell you that he looked like Fitz or no? And there's no answer, bro. So it's like, come on. At some point, you got to be real about the situation.
Okay, Cannon, you got it.
Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-man week. We come at you with topics. No, you cannot stop it.